Oh well.
Can I get a rum and coke? Rum and coke and a large glass number 2 for 10. Don't forget to look after the table, Jen.
Good evening, my darlings. How are we all? Have we had a lovely evening so far? Is it loud enough? Can you hear? Can everyone hear? Okay. So, just want to say thank you very much for coming to our very first comedy night. Hope you enjoyed the food. We will be holding lots more events coming up, but obviously keep you posted. But what I'd like to do is introduce you to the wonderful Ava de Costa Maya. Thank you. Who's come all the way from Swansea to see us tonight. She's bloody brilliant. So please put your hands together for Ava.
Thank you for letting me come here out of Swansea. Oh no, what could go wrong? All the things could go wrong, trust me. What do we think? Yeah? I like this mic, I sound sexy. That's never happened to me before. Yeah, don't worry, it's perfectly normal. Right, okay, shall we get going? Shall we get going? I feel it's important for me to let you get to know me a little bit first. Otherwise it's a bit non-consensual, isn't it? So, yeah, I'm a widow, I hope. If it's all gone to plan. I'm kidding, that man's got more lives than a cat. Oh, I know, I've been divorced about a year now, and he's got a new girlfriend. Whatever. I know, I'm prettier. My boobs are bigger anyway. It's fine. Yeah, and he's on an exercise regime. He wants to get fit for his darling. Bless. I know, he's got a goal weight. Oh, this is going to be interesting, isn't it? He's got a goal weight, my ex-husband has. He's trying to lose weight and get fit and everything. I'll give him a goal weight, 7 pounds including the urn. Bastard. Yeah, I mean, it's quite difficult, isn't it, these days? Marriages don't seem to last as long as they used to. Mine was only 31 years. So, because I'm a fucking saint. But moving on, it's been an adventure. It has. Lots of things have happened to me. I've become disabled. I'd love to tell you I did something really heroic. It didn't. I mainly just fell in a puddle in Bristol. I know, it was awful. These people were watching as well. I fell in this puddle, and this woman came running over to me. She's like, "Are you all right?" And I was like, "No, I'm in a puddle." And I thought, "Oh my God, I know how that sounds." I said, "I didn't pee myself." And she said, "No, I would have." And I was like, "Oh, I found my people and they're in Bristol," which is a damn shame because I live in Swansea. And I'm a comedian by trade. I didn't always be a comedian. I was an NHS manager for a long time, but then they made me redundant, so, fuck 'em. But anyway, moving on. So I decided to take up comedy. I'm insanely jealous of comedians who can run around and get in your face and all of that, because I've got my crutches and I can't go too far from them. That's terrible. It's really sad. I know. I've got to write actual jokes. I hope my material can stand up on its own. Unlike me. I know. I've been doing this for a couple of years now, and the hardest part for me is still the standing up. So anyway, yeah, it's been very difficult. I obviously have a life outside of here. I'm a mum. Who's the mums? Yeah, mums. I'm a great mum. I'm a wonderful mum. I'm such a good mother. I have never fed my children frozen convenience food. I don't want to brag. I totally want to brag. Yeah, to be honest, I always take the time to microwave that shit. Mum, there's pineapple on my pizza and icicles. Like, shut up, if you don't like it, don't eat it, you know what I mean? I like that line, it's one of my favourites. Yes, I'm a great mum. For those of us who've been mothers for a while, we know how hard it can be, and I have written a song for you, ladies. Or I would if I could see the on switch with my glasses on. It's very difficult now because I've got glasses because I'm short-sighted, and I've got glasses because I'm long-sighted, and the ones that do both are like 400 quid, aren't they? And none of us wants to spend that on seeing stuff we don't want to see. So I'm just saying, Anyway, here we go. Hopefully this works. Can you hear that? Yeah. No! Can't you just put the volume up?
Bluetooth mode. Bluetooth connected.
Hey!
Who knew the tech would screw it all up? I'm quite a good comedian, but I'm rubbish at tech. Let's see. Can you hear it? It's very quiet. go wrong, isn't it? We're going to try this again. I find myself in times of trouble. Motherhood is killing me. Baby, I really love you, but let me pee. In all my times of urgency, she's standing right in front of me. Babe, I really love you, but let me pee. 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 I really love you, but let me pee. Oh my God! What the hell is happening to me? I'll tell you what it is, fucking menopause. You've asked your daddy, but he turned you down, 'cause he's a cur. No. Mama loves you, let me pee. Let me pee. Let me pee, for God's sake, for the love of all things fluffy. I just want to close the fucking door. Sorry about that. Let me pee. Let me pee. Let me pee. Come on, baby, darling. Let me pee. I always forget that bit. Okay. And then they have another tricky bit, because you think you're going to sing, but you don't. You don't. Tiny little fingers slipping underneath the bathroom door. Give me just a minute, let me pee. They say I'm gonna miss this, but I don't think I can take much more. Ask your bloody father, let me pee. Let me pee. Let me, for the God's sake, pee. You're 20 fucking 4. Honestly, let me pee. You hover around me like a crazy moth. Baby, mama loves you, let me pee. You've got a fully functioning parent, and he's lying on the sofa like a fucking sloth. Mama really loves you, but you've got to let me pee. I want to pee. Actually, guys, you need to close your eyes for this, because it's not just peeing. I've got to change my tampon, and there's certain questions I'm not prepared for. Are you, God's sake? Nobody is prepared for those questions. Let me pee, for the love of all things fluffy. Oh, for God's sake. Baby, I really love you. Let me pee. Sorry, Beatles.
Oh, I'm sitting right in the bloody cupboard.
Right. This mic is a lot like my ex-husband. You think it's standing up, but it's not. The other thing about this mic that reminds me of my ex-husband is it's always got everything right. My ex-husband has correctile dysfunction. It does. And you know, I mean, it's nice for him that he's off doing other things with other ladies, isn't it? I mean, I don't want him. I'm really sorry for those girls. But, you know, it's nice. It's nice. It's not like I haven't had my own act. You know, I've had offers. I have had offers. I had offers from a girl. That was weird. It was really weird because, you know, I was thinking to myself, you know, men, maybe I could not be straight. That would be great. Yeah, no. unfortunately, like I got an offer and she was lovely, and there's nothing wrong with you know, being straight or not straight, is there? You know, to be frank. Not that she was trying to be frank. She wasn't. There was no frank. Yeah, it was just really weird and really awkward. So I need to stop messing with this, don't I? Yeah, I do. But I like the shape. Anyway, I told you I'm straight. What else could go wrong? Oh yeah. So, like I say, I did have offers, and I had other distractions as well. Because, like I said, I was an NHS manager, and I lost my job, and that was very sad because, you know, I'm not really good at other stuff. I mean, I thought I could maybe do OnlyFans, and I did. And during the summer, I got a lot of interest. But people were phoning me up and asking for air conditioners, and I'm like, no, it's OnlyFans. I think there was something wrong with the post, I don't know. And then there was also, you know, I thought maybe I could be a dentist because I like money. And I like seeing grown men cry. And, but, you know, and in Swansea there's no dentist as well. Did you know that? There was a dentist, but he got arrested for being a drug dealer. I read it in Wales Online, so it must be true. And, yeah, he was arrested for being a drug dealer. Maybe if I twist it. Guys, is it better if you twist it?
Apparently.
Yeah, so they say. Ladies, I'm not good at giving advice, just so you know. Yeah, so he was arrested for being a drug dealer, and I was like, no, we really needed him. Don't we? We really needed him. And it got me to thinking, you know, we think we know someone, don't we? You think you know someone, but we don't really ever know anybody, really, do we? Like, I've been going to that guy for 5 years. I've no idea he was a dentist. You know? And I lost a tooth. I lost a tooth at the front as well. Oh my God, and I know I live in Swansea, but that is not a look I can work. It's not. So I was really worried about it, and yeah, it was terrible. I wasn't worried about men, because I've known men for 20 years can't pick me out of a police lineup, because they've never once looked at my face. One guy nearly looked at my face. I had to say, oi, mister, eyes down here. That was bad. That was bad. Yeah, so I thought I might do that. You know, and 100 years ago, I was actually a nursery school teacher in Portugal, hence the surname, Da Costa Maia. That's not Welsh, is it? No, I was a nursery school teacher in Portugal, and I was teaching 4-year-olds, because 4-year-olds in Portugal go to nursery school. And by the way, everything I say is true. All my stories are true. I wouldn't lie about myself and say this stuff. I'd say good stuff. So I was working with these nursery school kids, and these 2 kids came to me and said, oh, Ava, we're going to play mummies and daddies. I was like, oh, okay. And they're twins, 4-year-old twins, adorable, in their infancy. Playing mummy and daddy, what could go wrong? So they built a little house, and the boy sat on a chair with his feet up, reading a newspaper. And the girl's like, why do you always leave everything to me? You're so awful to me all of the time. And he goes, shut up, for God's sake, would you stop whinging? And she goes, no, if you would help, I wouldn't be so whingy. And he goes, oh, for crying out loud, woman. And she goes, well, guess who's sucking his own cock tonight? I'll tell you one thing, if you've had kids, you have no secrets. Those little bastards tell everybody everything. So, anyway, moving on. I'm getting better at turning it on with just my fingers. Yeah, so I have had, like I say, offers. I've had some, I dated a millennial. Oh my God, that was exhausting. I mean, he was lovely, but he had some really infantile pursuits. Pokemon Go. Like, what the hell is that? God knows. Mario Kart. Actually, I could get behind that one. Harry Potter. Massive Potterhead. Not a pothead. I could have worked with that. A Potterhead. So that took him from being a 10 down to a 9 3/4. And yeah, but I just struggled to keep up with him. I had to keep colouring my hair. You know, in fact, the last time I did that, I got some of the chemicals in my mouth. I'm not going to lie, I died a little inside. was bad. I know. So I had to ditch him, and I thought I might as well ditch him because I knew I was going to have a bad day. And the reason I knew I was going to have a bad day is because I went to make myself a cup of tea, and when I went for my cup of tea, there was a tampon in my teacup, and I'd lost my tea bag. So I thought I might as well ditch him. So I ditched him, and then I went back on the apps. Who's been on the apps? You guys are all smug married, aren't you? Never mind. I'll tell you what it's like. Oh, you've been on the apps?
Yeah, horrific.
Yeah. Hinge, Tinder,
Horrific.
Plenty of Fish.
Oh my god, plenty
There's
of fish.
not.
Gross.
Airbnb. Actually, that's quite a good one. I think the host was surprised though. Gave him a good review. I wasn't expecting him to leave a deposit. So that was awkward. Anyway, like I say, I've been on the apps. I met this one guy on the apps, and he said to me, Ava, shall we meet? And I was like, yeah, okay, because I'm on the fucking dating app. I sort of thought that was the deal. But anyway, not to be difficult. And he said to me, do you mind dating someone disabled? And I was like, well, clearly not. I was a one crutch girl at the time. He said, okay, well, see, the thing is, I've lost my legs. And I went, oh, that was careless. Anyway, some people have no sense of humour. So we met. By the way, ladies, do we tell them where we live?
No.
I do. I told them where I live. I told him where I live. I said to him, yeah, come and pick me up from where I live in my house. And he was like, okay. So he turned up in the car all the disabled people have to drive. You know the one, looks like a toaster. I was kind of listing like the Queen Mary, and I was like, oh, that is a discouraging sight. And he pulled up, and I was like, okay. And the side note, before I met him, he said to me, I'm worried you might be disappointed when you meet me. And I was like, why? It's what's inside that counts, isn't it? Isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, it's what's inside. So anyway, I opened the door of the car and it was full of human. It's like his entire little toaster was filled with raw bread dough, but it was made out of person. He was so obese, bless. And I thought to myself, don't be a bitch, because none of you are so indelicate as to mention it, but I'm not exactly sylph-like myself, am I? I know you weren't going to say it, but I know it's true. And I looked at this car and I thought, okay, maybe he's a nice guy. So I tried to get in the car. I had to move some of his internal organs over so I could do the seatbelt up. And then off we went to the pub. And I thought to myself, you could not possibly be more grossed out than you are right now. So it's fine. Yeah? Rock bottom. No. On the way, he says, could I please take you to a pub that I'm very familiar with? And I said, okay. And he said, because if I eat somewhere unfamiliar, it does terrible things to my insides. And I was like, yeah, none of us want that. None of us want that. He says, yeah, I've got to be careful what I eat. And I was like, yeah. Did you eat a fridge? Don't be a bitch, don't be a bitch, don't be a bitch. So we pull up at this pub, and he says to me, can you help me out? And I was like, yeah, I'm a perfect person to help you out, right? Since I've got me crutch over here. So I get out the car in a flurry of crutches and high heels, and I scoot around, and I open the door, and some of him flowed out, so that helped. And then I pull this man to his feet, right? And he looks down at me, and I look up at him, and he said, when they gave me prosthetic legs, I asked them for a couple more inches. And I said, uh-huh. How can you tell? It's been a while since he's seen it. Let's face it. I know. So we start to struggle across this courtyard, and in my head I'm thinking we are messing at the moment with the average number of legs per couple, because I've got 3 and he's got none. That's what I was thinking. Then we got into the light, and it turns out I can get past really obese. I can get past, no legs. Do you know what I can't get past? 3 teeth. He had 3 teeth. Bless him. But the real clincher was every time his feet hit the ground, those legs let out a massive wet fart noise. I was trying so hard not to laugh, I nearly gave myself a stroke. And not in a good way. Yeah. So then I said to him, listen mate, I'm really sorry, but we're not going to work out. And he goes, why? I think we've got something here. And I was like, yeah, nausea. And he said, well, why can't we? And I said, because I really love to walk on the beach. And he goes, I can walk on the beach. I said, yeah, no, listen. You can walk on the beach. And I can walk on the beach. But we cannot walk on the beach. And he said, why? I said, because somebody is going to call Greenpeace on us. And they're going to keep trying to throw us back in the ocean. And I'm not living that life. So he had to go. Then there was Tony. He was really short, bless. So I called him Shetland Tony. Thing is, Tony was married. Tony had a mare. No, hang on, that's a you. Yeah, Tony had a mare, so he had to go. Sad, innit? Sad. Sad. So I wrote a song about it. I didn't. I swear it's never happened to me before. I swear it hasn't. Okay. Right, are we going to face the tech issues with the thing?
Yeah.
The thing. What's it called? I don't know what it's called. It's a sort of a speaker, isn't it? What this is supposed to do, and what the advert said it would do, is solve all my technical issues. It hasn't. It hasn't.
Darren? Bobby Dazzler?
No.
Oh, it whistles. Oh.
So, are we ready, Sam?
There we are.
First I was afraid, I was petrified, because it's weird to stand and sing about my sad sex life. But then I thought of all the bastards and the times I finished last, and I grew strong, and I hope you will laugh along. Really nice smile, he thought his wife would never notice if we went out for a while. We'd walk in the park and I fell down because it was dark. I got mud on all my clothes and on the carpet. On his carpet there was Pete. He had no legs. He smelled like fish and had a chin that looked like scrambled eggs. His fart noise every time his feet touched the ground. I was trying not to laugh so hard that I snorted out loud. Say it's not me. It's not my fate. As long as I have internet, I'll get another date. I've got my life to live and I have no more fucks to give. Do you think I'd crumble? Do you think I'd lay down and cry? Not I. Yes, Rick. Okay, maybe that was a mistake. Oh yeah, God, this guy. It took all the strength I had not to run away when I met Patrick for a coffee date one rainy Saturday. He said I was far too fat, believe me, he was not all that. A profile picture, 30 years old, bloody nasty rat. You won't see me with Jeremy. He just wanted one more girl so I would be the number 3. I said I didn't have the skills and I was just not up for those thrills. And besides, you just get bored when she and I decide to chill. Say it's not me, it's not my fate. As long as I have internet, I'll get another date. That's just Bumble. I still got Tinder and the like, but then I went out with Si, who liked to lie down on my sofa and eat racing on my Sky. He sat and chopped his way through all my hobnobs every day. He had to go, cause then he wouldn't even go and play. give, and I have my own life to live. Do you think I'd crumble? But one night stands are just the div. Oh no, not I will survive. I'm far too old and sassy now to put up with this life. I've no more fucks to give, and I have my life to live. Do you think I'd crumble? Do you think I'd lay down and die? Not I. That was for Pete and his false legs. Just saying. I know. I call him Farty Legs Guy. I like to name my disastrous dates. There was the one who said to me, Ava, are you groomed? Groomed? I was like, groomed? Not since I was 9. Sorry. And he went, no, you know. Oh, I was like you. What's your name? Ollie, you and I have innocent minds. Bless Ollie. Ollie didn't know what he meant either. But no, he wanted to know if the lawn on the lady garden was properly mowed. And I said, listen, sunshine, I'm a 50-year-old woman. If you don't like it, don't eat it. Told you I like that line. Yeah, so he didn't work out. Actually, he did work out. We did meet up. And he was one of the ones that actually turned up, so we got points for that. And we did go out a few times, and we did get to the bedroom at one point. We did, where I finally got to see the Y-fronts. Ladies and gentlemen, in this day and age, Y-fronts. And they were not wearing as well as I am, I'm going to tell you that. Anyway, we got rid of the Y-fronts, and he took one look at my admittedly magnificent left breast and came. I did. But the really weird thing was, when I looked at him, he had the most prolific pubic hair I've ever seen in my life. Honestly, and a teeny tiny little Boris, because it's his Johnson. I know, tiny. Honestly, it was like a mouse in a hedge. Yeah. So I like to call him the fast and the furious. I know, it's sad, isn't it? Sad. Yeah, there was someone else I dated. He had some problems, bless. Gents, have any of you just had a lady dump you, like, inexplicably? And you don't know why? Alright. Go on then, what's your name? Jamie? Jamie, darling, honey, this might help you. I literally took up guitar so I could do this for comedy. I know, I only know 4 chords, and no is a big word. They told me there would be a lot of strumming and that would be fun. It's not. Your fingers hurt after a while. I've never experienced that before.
Anyway. Here we go, guys.
So... sorry, hang on a sec. It's upside down. Told you I was nervous. Okay, Jamie, are you ready, mate? We're in this together. It's a bit dodgy, isn't it?
Sorry, don't cheer her up.
The song's called Nobody's Perfect. Jamie, nobody's perfect, but I'm sure she didn't deserve you. He brings me flowers. He holds open doors. That's important to me. Laughs at my jokes. That's very important to me. He hardly snores.
That's really important to me.
He pours the wine. His taste is sublime. Not like that. Jesus, what's the matter with you? Some people. Just one little thing gives me the ick every time. Oh, baby, you're so sweet and kind. You got me thinking I'd be out of my mind to give you up. But here's the rub. Your belly button smells like a corpse in a tub. If your breath was bad, I would give you a mint. But man, you gotta harvest your belly button lint. It doesn't matter if you spray Africa Lynx. It really doesn't. If you're gonna walk around with a navel that stinks. Oh, baby, you're so sweet and kind. You got me thinking I'd be out of my mind to give you up. But here's the rub. Your belly button smells like a corpse in a tub. Maybe it's love, maybe it's fate, but your belly button is your toxic trait. I don't mind if you're my funny Valentine, but man, I cannot cope with belly button slime. So tell me what is wrong with soap and water. You're a grown man. By now you ought to manage the funk, the foul miasma. Oh, Jamie. So now I'm out with regret, and I'm your ex-orgasma. Well done, Jamie, you made it through. So if you're ever worried, Jamie, about what it might have been, it's probably not you. Nothing a little, soap and water. Do you want to hear about the next guy?
Yeah.
This guy. This man. He says to me, Ava, shall we meet? I was like, yeah, let's meet. Right? So, he says, let's meet on the M4 services in Newport. Because that's how classy he thinks I am. Yeah, so I did. I drove to the M4 services in Newport and I met this man and he looked like a human. Had the regulation number of ears and eyes and things. I was like, okay, this is a good start. Sort of looks like his profile pic. Ish. Give or take 20 pounds. And he says, let's get a Costa. I was like, okay, I'm in. Because the last guy took me to McDonald's for coffee. And that's £1.20. But this guy's going to actually buy me a £3.50 coffee. Last of the big spenders. We got a Costa. And he says, let's get ours to go. And I was like, why? He said, so we can drink them in your car. And I was like, why? And he said, so we can go somewhere. And I was like, why? And he said, because they've got cameras here. And I was like, where do you want to go? And he said, there's a lay-by down the road. I was like, oh. I know what the right question is to ask. What's the right question to ask?
Have you got puppies?
Nice. The right question to ask is, what is it you want to do that you can't do in front of cameras, right? I should have asked him that, because let's face it, no one wants to get murdered on camera, do they? So I didn't ask him that, though. I did ask him a really good question. Do you want to know what I asked him? I said to him, how do you know, get this, how do you know there's no cameras at the lay-by? It's a good question, right? It's not what he said. Do you know what he said? He said, because there's a lot of fly tipping there. That man took a look at this woman and thought, I'm going to take her to a rubbish dump. I am the only woman I know who's been invited on a date to a rubbish dump. I mean, my God! How times... I mean, I did get the coffee, though. And I drank the coffee, then I told her to feck off. But obviously this necessitated another song, didn't it? I even have the right words. Ooh, that was really close contact. Felt a little awkward, if we're honest. Okay. Why does it make me put a password in every time? It's still me. Still me. Anybody like this song? I Want It That Way. Do you know it? Backstreet Boys. I thought it was appropriate. A wanker said you're a banker. You drive a nice car and you're a nice guy. And girls, they don't see you or like the real you. You buy them Costa 'cause you're a nice guy. So tell me why you living in your mammy's house. Tell me why you've got a psycho ex-spouse. Tell me why every lady wants to run away. If you're such a nice guy, I see. Well, you've no job, and that's fine. But you're still a knob. Excuse me. Proves you're a nice guy. Tell me why you want to date in a car park. Tell me why you know where all the lay-bys are dark. Tell me why you think girls wanna fool around. If you're a nice guy, now I can see that you're falling apart because you think you're all that. No matter the reason, I want you to know. I can't do the top notes. Take your coffee and go away. I don't need you and your car date. Come on, go on, fuck off. Don't wanna hear you say there's no cameras anyway. I am putting up for you today. I'm fooling around with you anyway. You're not a nice guy. Tell me why you don't know that's a red flag. Tell me why you're a cheap shag. Tell me why you never want to hear me say you're not a nice guy. Tell me why, and you can put that thing away. Tell me why you're not getting any today. Tell me why you think that this is okay. 'Cause you're not a nice guy. No, you're not a nice guy. that when they say they're a nice guy, they're not. It's just not true. Guys, you know something? Most of you are nice. Most of you are really nice people. But if you say, I'm a nice guy, do you know what that is? Anybody read Macbeth? Methinks the lady doth protest too much. Well, methinks the nice guy doth protest too much. If he says, I'm a really nice guy, you're like, no, you're a narcissist. You're a narcissist, that's all there is to it, mate. And it's been very difficult, actually, being on the apps, because none of us really know what we're doing when we start, do we? And it's quite difficult. You've got to write a profile, take a picture of yourself. Nobody told me that selfies are from here, not here. All you just saw is shadows of the mounds. The boobs. Not the other mounds. Just saying. So it's quite difficult. I was writing my profile for the first time, and I was like, how do I describe myself? Like, I'd like to call myself a Russian doll, because I'm round. But I thought people would think I was full of myself. So, I know, lonely hanging fruit, isn't it, really? God's sake, woman, call yourself a professional. It was quite difficult. And I didn't want to upset people, you know, I was horrible about myself when I was first dating. Now I'm like, yes, people go, oh, Abe, I think you're lovely. I'm like, yeah, I think I'm lovely too, mate. I do. And that's how I met Psycho Dave. Yeah.
Dave! Where's Dave?
Do you want me to wait? Has he gone to the gents? Okay, when he comes back in, nothing, just look at him. Okay, are we ready? Just shake your heads judgingly and just stare at him. Okay, because honestly, look what he's missing. Like, this is me opening my soul in front of strangers.
There he is.
Oh, he's run away. All right, are we ready? You guys have been rubbish at a surprise party, just saying. I mean, I don't want to be that guy, but...
Yeah.
Has he just gone? This happens to me a lot on dates. Fair enough. Are we going to give up on dating? I mean, I've given up on all the dates.
He's locked out. We said God is tonight.
That was the opposite reaction we were going for. Fuck's sake, Dave.
Psycho Dave.
Right, I'll start that again. This is how I encountered Psycho Dave. To be honest, when I met him, he was just called Dave. He told me that he was an animal lover.
Yeah.
I'm an animal lover. I have a rescue dog. I do. She's a Siberian Husky, but she had to go to the vet and they shaved her belly, so now she's a Brazilian Husky, but I think it's 6 months. Yeah, Psycho Dave told me he worked with animals. Works with animals, my ass. Turns out he's a butcher. And a drug addict. He's addicted to Viagra. I took it hard. Yeah, it was bad. And it was quite difficult as well. That was during COVID. Oh, that was weird, wasn't it? Do you remember COVID? Do you remember you guys used to stand outside and like bash pots and pans? What the hell was that about? I mean, you know, we couldn't hear you because we were at work. But if we thought it was nice, you know. It's not like that anymore for NHS staff. Most of you won't meet our eyes when you see us in the queue at the food bank. Oh my God, she got political. Oh. Yeah, COVID, weird. I mean, I learned a lot during COVID. As an NHS manager, I learned an awful lot during COVID. The most important thing I learned, I think, was that straight men don't like it when you put things down their throat. They don't. I've got this straight male friend, shut up, I do. And he said to me, Ava, I took a COVID test. I was like, oh, are you okay? He goes, no, it was like, bleh. I was like, really? He said, yeah, the woman put the thing down my, I was like, yeah, she put the thing down my throat, and when I wanted her to, she didn't take it out. I was like, really? Wow. Welcome to my world. I mean, in fairness, I was single a long time, ladies, and I know, I've got a friend who doesn't mind, actually. She quite likes it. She says she can even make appreciative noises. I don't think the nurse liked it when I did that, though. Yeah, it got a bit awkward. Yeah. Anyway, it's quite difficult as a single lady in her 50s, because I have standards, right? I know that Costa Guy doesn't know this, but I do have standards. And I like to order the things off the menu that cost more than £20. And I know that if I'm gonna be spending more than £20 off the menu, I'm gonna have to touch it. I know that's part of the deal, isn't it? Am I wrong? No, you've got to touch it, honey. Under 20, you look at it. Under 10, no chance, put it away. We've got standards, and there's levels of commitment. And I had to invest in getting good at head. I did. This lipstick, do you like it? Yeah, it's from the Mary Poppins range. I used to use Maybelline, but I had to switch to Mary Poppins because I'm not going to lie, super coloured fragile lipstick makes sticks look atrocious. It does. Yeah. So, yeah, it's difficult. I was raised by boomers, as you can tell. They taught me a girl's got responsibilities when it comes to a man, But it did get me to thinking and remembering the first time somebody asked me to do that. I was like, what? What makes you imagine I'm prepared for this level?
Stay up.
Stay.
Stay up. Stay up.
So I wrote a song about it. Here we go. I need a better plan for this one, really. It's disgusting. Just sing amongst yourselves. Wait till you get this one. No, it's not that one. No! Back off! This one's difficult to count in. You don't know how many bars until you have to start singing. I don't know, can you remember this one? Don't forget to wash your hands. Yeah, we go round the roundabout. It's nearly ready. Okay, I'm just about ready. Are we good? You look like shock. Okay, we're warming up. My new boyfriend wants a blowjob. 16-year-old me. Don't know what it is. It's a special kind of kiss, but I think, like it's down low. He says it's special for his birthday. Girls do it 'cause they can, because they love their man for love. Yeah, you gotta do it for love. I think I gotta hold on to what he's got, and if I do it right, then it'll really be hot. Got each other, I want for love, so yeah, I'll give it a shot. Oh, I think he's halfway there. Oh God, stop pulling on my hair, give me a break. I can't breathe through my ears. Oh no, I don't think he cares. I didn't think that this would be fun, but he's not holding back. He's going for the gag. It's tough. Yeah, so tough. I'm on my knees dreaming he's done. choking on his, no. He says, baby, it's okay, you just gotta hold on to what I've got. It doesn't make a difference if you're breathing or not. Get ready to swallow, I got a lot of love. I'm shooting my shot. Oh, I'm nearly there. Oh God, yeah, that's the spot right there. Give me your hand, I'll finish, I swear. Oh no, I've got it everywhere, and now it's in your hand. True story, people. It's no wonder I'm traumatized. You guys have been on a journey tonight, haven't you? Would you like one more story or shall I shut up? One more story. This one's a good one. Let me introduce you. Oh, Psycho Day. Oh, bless. I will dedicate this story to you, Psycho Day. But it's not about you. Sometimes things aren't about you, Dave. This is about Comrade Guy. Comrade Guy. Yeah. You can tell I'm not from Wales, right? I was born in Africa. I was born in Zimbabwe. I was seeing this guy, like a date, not hallucination. I was seeing this guy and he said to me, Ava, you were born in Zimbabwe? He goes, yeah. He goes, oh, which part? I was like, all of me. Anyway, yeah, it's quite difficult actually. To find somebody who's lovely is really hard at this age, isn't it? Because I am going through menopause, it hasn't been fun. I saw my GP, don't want to boast, but I did. And he said to me, it's okay, Ava, you can go through menopause with grace and dignity. And I don't know why he would lie to my face like that. Because I never had any grace or dignity before, so how am I going to get it now? And what he said to me was, look, all you need, just take up some creative pursuits. You know, take up a hobby. And I was like, a hobby? Actually, yeah, I can get behind that. So I did. I took up creative writing, and I wrote a book. Yay! I did, on dry vaginal skin. I did. And the publisher wouldn't accept it. I'll be back. The publisher wouldn't accept it because they said I should have used paper. So, and the problem is at this age, someone like this guy, he thought that probably what I want to do for a date is go for Sunday lunch because he thinks that's how old I am. And that's how boring I am now, that's the kind of thing I want to do. Sunday lunch, people. And we went for Sunday lunch, and I was so bored for Sunday lunch. He was eating his way through everything on the table, and I was drinking my way through everything on the table. With a very predictable result, 3 p.m. on a Sunday afternoon, I was drunk. And he was not. And he said to me, Ava, would you like a coffee? And I was like, yeah, okay. And he said, I think we should have a coffee at your house. Do we tell them where we live, ladies? No! I do. I told him where I live. And he drove me to my house. And we went into the house, and he went into the lounge, and I went into the kitchen. I put the kettle on, and then I went back in the lounge, and he said, where did you go? And I said, to the kitchen. And he said, why? And I said, to make coffee. And he goes, why? And this was the moment in my education when I found out when he wants coffee and a coach, he's not interested in the coffee bit. He don't want coffee. So anyway, he then started to kiss me, and I was like, oh, this is less boring. Okay. And then he pushed me to sit on my sofa, and I like my sofa, so I was like, yeah, okay, no problem. And then he started to undo his belt. And I was like, oh, that's what we're doing, is it? Yeah. Okay, all right then. And he undid his belt, and he got out his little Boris, because it's his Johnson. And instantly, gazing at my admittedly magnificent right breast, came in his hand.
Someone needs to get up.
Take your tablet.
Take your tablets, darling.
£50.
Yeah, came in his hand. And I thought he would just go to a bathroom and then we'd fool around for a bit and try again, you know, sort of thought that's what we'd do, but no. Do you know what he did? He then looked at my coffee table with the nice tissues on it, the ones with the flower box from Waitrose. And he grabbed a handful, £3.20 a box, those. Grabbed a handful of my nice tissues and wiped his hand. Boris was put away slimy. And then the kettle clicked off. So that told you how long that took. Yeah. And then he sat on my sofa and he went to sleep. And I was like, oh my God, what do? I don't know what the etiquette is. Like, there's nothing on the help pages of Tinder. I know, I checked. Honestly, I was like, what do I do? What do I do? And then he woke up and he got up and he left my house. It's like, bye babe, I'm going. Cheerio. Leaving his cum rag on my coffee table. And that's why I call him cum rag guy, not because I'm trying to trash the Welsh language, because he left his cum rag on my coffee table. So obviously, I wrote a song about it. Sorry, guys. None of you would do that, would you? No, it's what bathrooms are for pity's sake. Dirty bastards. Right. So I wrote a song about it. Anybody like Disney? I'm about to ruin it. Date night, another bus tonight. No Prince Charming to be seen. Kingdom of disappointment, and it looks like I'm the queen. I thought I'd finally found a man to be with me. He couldn't keep it up, he was overkeen. I let him in, thought he was cool, he was quick getting out his little tool. I didn't mind, 'cause I was drunk and down to fun. No, let him go, let him go. He's not the man I thought he was. Let him go, let him go. He's not good enough for me because, well, I don't care, but don't leave your cum rag there. And please wash your hands. I never really wanted it anyway. It's funny how some distance makes everything seem small. But even from quite close up, it was hardly there at all. Look, I know it's not the size that counts, it's the skill and the rhythm and the bounce. But if he's done and I'm not there, well, that's not fair. Let him go! Let him go! He's not the man I thought he was. Let him go! Let him go! He's not good enough for me. He's not. I don't care, but don't leave your cum rag there. And for the love of all things fluffy, wash your fucking hands. Jesus Christ! What the hell is this? It's a nice house. $3.20 a box. Right, well, don't take a man to get a woman feeling right. There's 30% off Love Honey then tonight. Not gonna lie, tomorrow I'll be walking straight Let him go. Let him go. He's not good enough for me. He's not. Look, I don't care. But don't leave your fucking pub right there, okay? And wash your hands. I never really wanted it. Never really wanted it anyway. Good night, everybody. Thank you. To you, John James, thank you so much. You guys have been wonderful. And thank you to the staff, you guys rock.
Huge thank you to Ava. She's awesome. Really? Bars open, guys. Let's get drunk.
Should I turn that off? Ava, should I turn that off?